You just finished lunch, but instead of feeling energized, a strange mental fog rolls in. You struggle to focus, feel sluggish, maybe even sleepy. You shrug it off, thinking, it's just my age, or I ate too much. But what if this isn't normal? What if this daily slump is your brain's way of begging for help? This isn't just about aging, it's a critical signal you might be ignoring. And understanding it could be the key to unlocking a sharper, more vibrant you. What you feel, and why you can't ignore it. Let's talk about that specific post-lunch sensation. You might find yourself staring blankly at your screen, words blurring, or struggling to recall simple names or facts. This is brain fog, a feeling of difficulty concentrating, mental sluggishness, and reduced clarity. It's easy to dismiss these moments because they often fade. It passed, I must be fine, you tell yourself. But that's the danger. This isn't necessarily a sign of natural aging or just a heavy meal. This is a neurological signal. Something is interfering with your brain's ability to communicate efficiently. It's a red flag. Why after lunch? After a meal, your body directs energy towards digestion, temporarily reducing blood flow to the brain. For some, especially after a typical large lunch, this shift, combined with other internal processes, can trigger that distinct mental haze. If it's happening consistently, your body is trying to tell you something deeper is at play, beyond just digestion. Inside the body, what's really happening? Visual, detailed animated sequence showing blood sugar regulation, insulin response, gut microbiome, and inflammatory pathways. Use clear, simple labels. Voiceover, informative, slightly more scientific, but still accessible. To truly understand why you might feel foggy after lunch, we need to look at the intricate dance happening inside your body, particularly involving your metabolism, inflammation, and even your gut. Your brain, though only about 2% of your body weight, consumes roughly 20% of your body's energy. Its preferred fuel source is glucose, a simple sugar derived from the carbohydrates you eat. But it's not just about getting enough glucose, it's about getting a stable, consistent supply. The blood sugar roller coaster. This is one of the most common culprits behind post-meal brain fog. When you eat a meal, especially one rich in refined carbohydrates like white bread, pasta, sugary drinks, or processed snacks, your body rapidly breaks these down into glucose. This causes a sudden, sharp spike in your blood sugar levels. In response to this surge, your pancreas releases insulin, a hormone whose job is to usher glucose from your bloodstream into your cells for energy or storage. If your blood sugar spikes dramatically, your body might overproduce insulin, leading to an equally rapid and dramatic drop in blood sugar levels. This is known as reactive hypoglycemia. When your blood sugar dips too low too quickly, your brain, deprived of its steady fuel supply, can't function optimally. This sudden energy deficit to brain cells can manifest as mental fatigue, the feeling of being drained; irritability or mood swings, your brain is struggling; difficulty concentrating, the very essence of brain fog; headaches or lightheadedness, physical symptoms of low blood sugar. This roller coaster effect is particularly common in individuals with insulin resistance or prediabetes, where the body's cells don't respond effectively to insulin, leading to even greater fluctuations in blood sugar. Over time, untreated, this can progress to type 2 diabetes with more severe cognitive implications. The silent enemy, chronic inflammation. Another major factor contributing to brain fog is chronic low-grade inflammation. This isn't the acute inflammation you get from an injury. It's a persistent systemic response that can be triggered by dietary choices. Foods high in processed sugars, unhealthy fats, trans fats, excessive omega-6s, and certain processed ingredients can promote inflammation. Gut dysbiosis, an imbalance in your gut microbiome where harmful bacteria outnumber beneficial ones. Environmental toxins, exposure to pollutants, pesticides, etc. Chronic stress. Prolonged stress elevates cortisol, a hormone that in excess can promote inflammation. When inflammation reaches your brain, it can disrupt neural pathways and interfere with neurotransmitter function. This neuroinflammation directly impacts your ability to think clearly, remember, and focus. Think of it like static on a radio signal. It makes it harder for your brain cells to communicate effectively. So, that seemingly innocent post-lunch brain fog could be a warning sign. It's not just about what you eat, but how your body processes it, how stable your blood sugar is, how balanced your gut microbiome is, and whether your body is silently battling chronic inflammation. Understanding these underlying mechanisms empowers you to take targeted action. Just as a transient ischemic attack, or mini-stroke, is a critical warning sign for a future stroke, persistent brain fog can be a warning sign for metabolic dysfunction or chronic health issues. While not as immediately life-threatening as a TI, it signals that your body's systems might be under strain. Many people ignore this signal because, like a TI, the symptoms often resolve on their own. You might think, "It passed, I must be fine." But here's what most don't know. Ignoring chronic brain fog can lead to more significant health challenges down the line. What could chronic brain fog be warning you about? Prediabetes or insulin resistance. This is perhaps the most common and critical warning. If your cells are becoming less responsive to insulin, your blood sugar will be constantly fluctuating, leading to brain fog, fatigue, and an increased risk of developing type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and even Alzheimer's disease, sometimes referred to as type 3 diabetes. Early cognitive decline. While not a direct cause, persistent inflammation and blood sugar dysregulation, often manifesting as brain fog, are major risk factors for mild cognitive impairment and eventually neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's and dementia. Think of brain fog as the early static before the full breakdown. Nutrient deficiencies. Chronic brain fog can signal a lack of essential nutrients vital for brain function, such as B vitamins, B12, folate, omega-3 fatty acids, vitamin D, and magnesium. These deficiencies can impair nerve function, neurotransmitter production, and cellular energy. Thyroid dysfunction. An underactive thyroid, hypothyroidism, can cause symptoms remarkably similar to brain fog, including fatigue, memory issues, and difficulty concentrating. It's a common and often undiagnosed condition. Chronic stress and adrenal fatigue. Prolonged stress exhausts your adrenal glands and can lead to a hormonal imbalance that directly impacts cognitive function, causing a constant feeling of fogginess and burnout. Food sensitivities or allergies. Some individuals experience brain fog as a reaction to certain foods they are sensitive to, such as gluten, dairy, or artificial additives. This often triggers an inflammatory response in the gut that extends to the brain. Think of brain fog as your body giving you a preview of what's coming. It's not just an annoyance, it's an early warning system. So, what should you do if you think you've had chronic post-lunch brain fog? Don't wait for it to get worse or for other symptoms to appear. This is your cue to be proactive. 1. Start a food and symptom journal. For 1 to 2 weeks, meticulously record everything you eat, when you eat it, and precisely when you experience brain fog and what other symptoms accompany it. Note the severity. This data is invaluable for identifying patterns and potential triggers. 2. Evaluate your diet. Take a critical look at your typical lunch and snacks. Are they loaded with refined carbs and sugars? Are you getting enough protein, healthy fats, and fiber? This is often the first and most impactful change you can make. 3. Prioritize hydration. Are you drinking enough water throughout the day? Dehydration, even mild, can significantly impact cognitive function. 4. Seek medical consultation. If your symptoms are persistent, severe, or accompanied by other concerning signs, e.g. unexplained weight changes, chronic fatigue, numbness, vision changes, schedule an appointment with your primary care physician. 5. Request specific tests. Discuss with your doctor the possibility of tests such as fasting blood glucose and HbA1c to assess your current blood sugar control and average blood sugar levels over the past 2 to 3 months. Insulin levels to check for insulin resistance. Thyroid panel, TSH, free T3, free T4 to rule out thyroid dysfunction. Vitamin D, B12, ferritin, iron stores to check for common nutrient deficiencies that affect brain function. Inflammatory markers, HSCRP, to assess systemic inflammation. Consider a referral to a registered dietitian or nutritionist. They can help you craft a personalized eating plan to stabilize blood sugar and reduce inflammation. Don't underestimate a symptom just because it disappears or feels normal. Your brain is giving you a preview of what's coming if you don't act, and next time the fog might settle in even thicker. Part 4. Eating for clarity. Your plate as your power. The good news is that you hold immense power over post-lunch brain fog right on your plate. Your dietary choices are incredibly influential in stabilizing blood sugar, reducing inflammation, and nourishing your gut. This isn't about deprivation, it's about intelligent eating. 1. Embrace balanced meals. The key to avoiding that blood sugar roller coaster is to build meals that include a healthy balance of lean protein. This slows down glucose absorption and provides sustained energy. Think chicken, fish, eggs, tofu, lentils, beans. Healthy fats. Avocado, nuts, seeds, olive oil. Fats also slow digestion and provide satiety, preventing sudden drops in blood sugar. Complex carbohydrates, high fiber. Unlike refined carbs that cause spikes, complex carbs like whole grains, quinoa, brown rice, oats, legumes, and starchy vegetables, sweet potatoes, provide a steady, slow release of glucose. The fiber in these foods is crucial. Plenty of non-starchy vegetables. Load up your plate with leafy greens, broccoli, bell peppers, carrots, etc. They are packed with vitamins, minerals, and fiber, with minimal impact on blood sugar. Example of a brain-friendly lunch. Instead of a white bread sandwich with processed meat and chips, try grilled salmon or baked chicken breast, protein, healthy fats. A large mixed green salad with colorful vegetables, fiber, vitamins. A small serving of quinoa or brown rice, complex carbs. Topped with avocado slices and a dressing made with olive oil and vinegar, healthy fats. 2. Prioritize fiber. Fiber is your best friend when it comes to blood sugar stability. It slows digestion, preventing rapid glucose spikes. Good sources include vegetables, all kinds, fruits, berries, apples with skin, pears, legumes, beans, lentils, chickpeas, whole grains, oats, barley, quinoa. 3. Reduce refined sugars and processed foods. This is perhaps the most critical step. Sugary drinks, candies, pastries, white bread, and many packaged snacks are direct routes to blood sugar chaos and inflammation. They offer little to no nutritional value and contribute significantly to brain fog. Read food labels carefully and aim to minimize these items. 4. Don't skip breakfast or any meal. Eating regular, balanced meals helps manage stable blood sugar levels throughout the day, preventing extreme hunger that can lead to overeating or poor food choices at subsequent meals. 5. Stay hydrated. Even mild dehydration can impair cognitive function, leading to fatigue and reduced focus. Aim for at least 8 glasses of water a day, more if you're active or in a hot climate. Keep a water bottle handy and sip throughout the day. 6. Mindful eating. Slow down when you eat. Chew your food thoroughly. Pay attention to your body's hunger and fullness cues. Eating too quickly can lead to indigestion and overeating, both of which can exacerbate post-meal sluggishness. 7. Consider intermittent fasting with caution and doctor's guidance. For some, strategic eating windows can help stabilize blood sugar and improve metabolic flexibility, potentially reducing brain fog. However, this is not for everyone and should be discussed with a healthcare professional, especially if you have underlying health conditions. By making conscious choices about what you put on your plate, you're not just feeding your body, you're fueling your brain for sustained clarity and energy. This is a powerful, daily step you can take towards a sharper, more vibrant you. While diet is foundational, a truly clear mind stems from a holistic approach to your health. Your lifestyle choices outside of eating play an equally vital role in preventing and alleviating brain fog. 1. Prioritize quality sleep. This cannot be overstated. Chronic poor sleep is a direct contributor to brain fog, impaired memory, and difficulty concentrating. During sleep, your brain literally cleans itself, removing metabolic waste products that accumulate throughout the day. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of uninterrupted, quality sleep each night. Point A. Establish a consistent sleep schedule. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, even on weekends. Point B. Create a relaxing bedtime routine. Avoid screens at least an hour before bed. Read, take a warm bath, or meditate. Point C. Optimize your sleep environment. Keep your bedroom dark, quiet, and cool. 2. Embrace regular physical activity. You don't need to be a marathon runner. Even moderate exercise significantly boosts brain health. Physical activity increases blood flow to the brain, delivers more oxygen and nutrients, and promotes the release of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, a protein that supports the growth of new brain cells. Point A. Aim for at least 30 minutes of moderate intensity exercise most days of the week. Point B. Incorporate both cardio, walking, jogging, swimming, and strength training. Point C. Even short bursts of activity, like a 10 to 15-minute walk after lunch, can help stabilize blood sugar and improve mental clarity. 3. Manage chronic stress. In today's world, stress is almost unavoidable, but chronic stress is detrimental to your brain. Prolonged exposure to stress hormones like cortisol can damage brain cells, particularly in areas responsible for memory and learning, leading to brain fog and cognitive impairment. Point A. Identify your stressors. Once you know what triggers your stress, you can better manage it. Point B. Practice stress reduction techniques. Deep breathing exercises, meditation, mindfulness, yoga, spending time in nature, or engaging in hobbies you enjoy. Point C. Learn to say no. Protect your time and energy. 4. Cultivate a healthy gut microbiome. Remember the gut-brain axis? Supporting your gut health directly supports your brain health. Point A. Eat fermented foods. Kimchi, sauerkraut, kombucha, yogurt, kefir, if tolerated. Point B. Consume prebiotic-rich foods. Garlic, onions, asparagus, bananas, oats. Prebiotics feed your good gut bacteria. Point C. Consider a high-quality probiotic supplement. Discuss this with your doctor or a dietitian. 5. Keep your mind active. Just like your muscles, your brain needs exercise to stay sharp. Mental stimulation helps build cognitive reserve and resilience, making your brain more resistant to the effects of aging and stress. Point A. Learn new things. A new language, a musical instrument, a complex hobby. Point B. Read regularly. Challenge yourself with different genres. Point C. Play brain-stimulating games. Puzzles, crosswords, strategy games. Point D. Engage in social activity. Social interaction is crucial for cognitive health. 6. Limit exposure to toxins. Environmental toxins from air pollution, pesticides, and certain chemicals in household products can contribute to systemic inflammation and brain fog. Choose organic foods when possible, improve indoor air quality, and use natural cleaning products. By integrating these holistic lifestyle habits, you're not just addressing post-lunch brain fog, you're building a foundation for long-term cognitive health and overall well-being. These are investments that pay dividends for years to come. Part 6. Final word. Don't let the fog settle. A clear, focused mind isn't a luxury. It's a fundamental aspect of a fulfilling life. Yet, for too long, we've dismissed feeling foggy after lunch as an inevitable part of getting older, a minor inconvenience that we just have to live with. But today, you've learned better. You now understand that persistent post-lunch brain fog is a significant signal from your body, not just a benign sign of aging. The critical role of blood sugar fluctuations, chronic inflammation, and gut health in creating this mental haze. How this seemingly harmless sensation could be a warning sign for underlying metabolic issues or even early cognitive decline. The profound impact your dietary choices have on your mental clarity. And the essential lifestyle strategies, from sleep to stress management, that can help lift the fog and bring back your sharpest self. This isn't about perfection. It's about progress. It's about making conscious choices, one meal, one night's sleep, one walk at a time. It's about listening to your body's whispers before they become shouts. So, here's your call to action. If you regularly experience post-lunch brain fog, start your symptom journal today. Begin implementing the dietary and lifestyle changes we discussed, focusing on balanced meals, hydration, and stress management. If your brain fog is persistent, severe, or accompanied by other concerning symptoms, don't hesitate. Schedule an appointment with your doctor this week. Be proactive in requesting the right tests and advocating for your health. If you're over 35 and want to protect your brain health long-term, discuss your metabolic health and cognitive risk factors at your next checkup. Prevention truly begins now. And please share this message. Share this video with your friends, family, and loved ones, because the next person to feel that familiar haze after lunch might be someone you care about deeply. But if they act, if they know, it might not be the beginning of chronic mental fatigue. It might be the moment everything changes. The moment they rediscover their clarity, their energy, and their sharpest mind. And they'll have you to thank.